Good morning, everybody. It is very damp. It is raining. It's cold, and it's a sad day today because Greg isn't here. He had to have a meeting this morning, and he had to be somewhere else. So I'm alone by my lonesome today, missing Greg, my co-host, who makes the show with me. So I can't pick on anybody today, and we can't fight, and I miss him already. It doesn't seem like there's a glow in the club this morning. So, but last night we had quite a glow because we celebrated Greg's birthday, and it was really nice. It was on Captain Lou's boat in Freeport, and it was wonderful. And we had a great DJ, U-Rock, and a lot of the friends of the Breakfast Club show and friends of Greg's came on board. And we were lucky because the weather stayed nice and calm, and nobody fell, and the boat didn't start swaying. The food was delicious, and the fun was there. So, end of yesterday, happy birthday one more time to Greg, and we'll be back together on Thursday. We have a great show planned for Thursday, very interesting. We'll be talking to another group from the Spine Institute, which is a facility that has 5 locations on Long Island and Queens that are phenomenal. They'll be talking about a lot of medical issues, and also when you're gonna have that little pain in your butt or pain in your knee or any kind of bone pain. So we're very excited to have them on the show Thursday. So big surprise this Thursday. So today is what? Columbus Day. As you can see, I have my Italian colors on. Red, green, and I have white earrings. And Columbus Day is very important to me because I am drop dead Italian, every which way there is. My dad came from Spazzola, Italy, when he was 16, and he started a life here on Long Island, and he used to make all kinds of woodworking things. He had a hardware store. His name was Nicholas Tassoni. So I dedicate today's show to my dad, Nicholas Tassoni. And he built a beautiful family, and the whole family lived on the same block. It was kind of weird, on Jericho Turnpike in Floral Park. And every one of my uncles had some kind of store, and we just had a great upbringing. So the old days of what we used to do are gone because everybody gets married, has kids, the kids grow up, and things change. Can't always do those meatballs and spaghetti dinners all the time. But we'll be having one this weekend because it is Columbus Day, and we always do something in honor of my dad, and I'm hoping that you all do that too, on whatever your history is, whether it's Italian, Irish, Asian, Polish, whatever it is. But today's a big day because in New York today, the Italian Americans are taking a statue and unveiling the statue today over on Fifth Avenue, and it's going to be a statue for Mother Cabrini, and she was a wonderful, wonderful woman who is really being inaugurated as a saint today at St. Patrick's. And there is also a very nice scholarship that's coming out this month, and it's in honor of Dr. Fauci. And it's going to go to a student that is going to be a medical student and wants to be a doctor. And it is the Dr. Fauci Scholarship. And if anybody needs to find out about it, they can go to the internet and Google Dr. Fauci Scholarship, and the organization is doing that this year. One lucky student will get that. So, the only thing I have to say about the Columbus Day is all the nonsense that's gone on about the Indigenous Peoples Day, which that's what today is called. I don't think it's right. I mean, that's my opinion, and everybody has their own. But I believe that Columbus should still have his holiday, Christopher Columbus, and it's sad. And I know that my Sons of Italy, the Per Semper Ladies Lodge in Lynbrook, they've been fighting for the last year to get all that changed. And, back in very, very many years ago, Franklin Roosevelt proclaimed that Columbus Day was a national holiday in 1934. And I think it should still be that way. Now, there are some companies that are closed. There are some banks that are closed. So who gave them the right to take our statue down? I don't think it's right. But I am born and bred Italian. I love Italians. I love every nationality. But it is my dream someday to march in a parade. And, Greg and I were supposed to do it this year. So we're not doing it because of the COVID and everything that happened. But next year, you're going to see Greg and me on that parade float with the Sons of Italy. So, so Greg, where the heck are you? You're at a meeting. I miss you. I definitely miss my co-host, So I know you guys are probably asking, where's Greg? Where's Greg? And he's fine. He's just not here this morning. So you got to live with me for the day. I hope it's okay. Today we have some special days. It is my little Jeffrey Harkins' birthday today. So happy birthday. It is my nephew, Christopher Box's birthday. Happy birthday. And it is Phil's brother, who's at our show a lot. It's his birthday, Denny. And then last but not least is Robert Joseph Mastrandria. He is the student that really came to me when I wrote my book. And he had a wish. He had a wish that Neil Sedaka would sing for him for his birthday. And he got it. And Neil Sedaka sang for Robert yesterday on Facebook and wished him a happy birthday because he said he was the youngest fan that ever wrote to him because he's only 20. And he couldn't believe that a fan on Long Island still wanted to hear him sing. So Robert, happy birthday, you got your wish. I wonder who did that for you. So anyway, those are the birthdays. And now we're going to just, kind of BS a little. Of course, I have to bring up my book because I don't have a guest. So my book, From Fire to Freedom. I'm finding out that a lot of people right now need this book. If you know somebody that is either in a panic about the COVID, in a panic about going back to work, just stressed because they want to change their career, or anything like that, the book is funny. And I'm getting some nice messages on Amazon. It's a great book, and it's only $20. And if you buy it on Amazon, it's cheaper because they take money away from you when you put it on Amazon. So if anybody would like one, they're always here at the shop, at the club. They're always in my car, as you know. And otherwise, they can order it on Amazon. It's a great gift, especially when you want to, realize that life is good and how there's a silver lining in everybody's life. So let's go to COVID. COVID, there are some brand new things coming out. Northwell Health, who was our sponsor last month, is working with the town. And there's free COVID testing, October 12th to the 16th, 19th to the 23rd, and 26th to the 30th. And if you want information, it'll be posted at the town of Hempstead. It's called the COVID-19 free test. So you can always look for it there. The town is doing some really great things to help everybody, which really makes me happy. So last night's party, well, it was really fun. We had a great time. This Saturday at 9 a.m., the Breakfast Club is having a meeting here at G's, socially distanced. And what are we talking about? Everything and nothing. If you need information, you come. If you have a question about something on Long Island, we can help you. If you're looking for a job and you want some ideas, we can help you. If you have a complaint and you want help getting something fixed, we can help you. We just about do everything and nothing at the Breakfast Club. So it's breakfast, it's $20. Everything's $20 with us. And then next Tuesday night, we have the Writers Guild, which is, you want to write that book? Come next Tuesday night to G's. That's $30 because you're getting dinner. And your world will open when you write a book, because that's what happened to me. And every month we have a different writer that publishes, and they are the spotlight. They talk about it. And then everybody starts writing every week at home, and then they come on once a month. and they have a lot of support, and basically that's in 7 months you have a book. And then when you write that book, we throw you your little gig, your little party right here at G's, and it's a great world. We're having a good time with it. So we'd like you to come if you'd like to. Just have to, anytime you want to come to anything, just go to my website, ValentinaJanick.com, and send an email. Anytime you want to hear about G's and all the bands, you go to G's Club. So there's 2 different ways. But either way, I speak to Greg, Greg speaks to me, and it all happens. So, yeah, that's basically today's news. Now, I was looking at the paper today. There's a big restaurant thing going on for the rest of the month. And if you go to certain restaurants in the area, you will get a discount. And part of the money goes to charity because there's so many people out of money right now, unfortunately. It's called Long Island Restaurant Week, and it's from October 18th to the 25th. And it's in today's Newsday. They have lists of restaurants, and they're, believe it or not, 2-course lunches for $20, which that's pretty good. You get 2 courses at lunch, and it's pretty good because you can 2 courses you can really be full. But they're all over Nassau and Suffolk County. So it's in today's Newsday on page A15. We have a new restaurant that's going to be coming on. The name of it is Smokehouse. They're in Garden City, 712th Street. His name is Manny. I spoke to him yesterday. You want to go there? They have barbecue. They have street food. They have rice bowls, salads. They have cocktails, craft beer, all kinds of great things. So go to the Smokehouse, tell them the Breakfast Club sent you. He knows Christy and Danny, who are food critics. They're out this week doing the food critic. They'll be on in 2 weeks. Talk about the last restaurant they went through. And I was reading the paper again this morning, and they were talking about real estate, which is unbelievable right now, that houses are selling for more money. And the reason that's happening is because people that are going out to the Hamptons because they were fleeing the COVID, they're not coming back. They're registering their kids in school, and they're staying out there. And that's good because I think their life will change. They're obviously going to a more calming life. And I think that in some ways, less is more when you have so much going on. Sometimes it's too much. So sometimes when you sit back and start smelling the coffee and doing things differently, your life can change again. So kudos to those people that are doing that. And I'm sure the real estate agents are thrilled. I mean, God. Another thing that's coming up, I don't know if any of you ever heard of it, the Long Island Film Festival is coming up next Thursday and Friday. The Breakfast Club will be there. It's a place where Jerry Ferretti takes on the small documentary films and the films where people on Long Island just created filming. And there are a lot of very funny movies and a lot of interesting movies about different things that happen to people in their life, or just kind of fiction movies that are, funny, like, mafioso movies, or movies about people in Ireland, or, all different nationalities. And you get to see the movies one after another, and you get to see the producers, because they all hang out, have a drink, have a snack, then there's a movie schedule, they go in, have the movie. So it's going to be kind of interesting. And we have one of our guests that's going to be in it as well. Stained Glass is the book, Stained Glass by George Mizrachi. He actually just made a trailer, and his trailer will be shown in between the commercials at the movie house. And he also is just finished his 4th book. So it's going to be an exciting day for the Breakfast Club there, because all of our authors that are writing books are coming. And a lot of people have dreams that their book will someday be a movie. And so George is one of them. I'm one of them too. I think that the funny stories in my book are quite interesting to put in a movie, because there's quite a lot of characters in my book. And we laugh about it because some of them are like the people from the Breakfast Club movie from many, many years ago. And we did meet all of those people when we first started, and they're a hoot and a half. So who knows? You never know. But everybody has a dream, and everybody should fulfill their dreams, because if you don't step out and try something new, especially now with the COVID, you have to, because you have to step out of your comfort zone. And I'm the first one that has been doing that for the last few years. And every time you step out of your comfort zone, things happen. And they're usually positive. And if you have a negative in your life, guess what? That negative is going to turn into a positive. Because if you push yourself, things can happen. And that's really what life's about. And this is a good time if you're thinking, do I want to change my life? Do I want to change my job? Do I want to get married? Do I want to get a divorce? Whatever it is. Think about it, and think about it good, because you have the time now to invest in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, things change. As simple as going to the Tranquility Spa and having a nice little massage at half the price, because they're wonderful people that believe in the community. Try it. You're gonna be shocked, because people that go there, they come back and say, I never knew it existed. I'll give you an example of something I did the other day when my head was hurting. I went to a beauty parlor and I sat down to get my hair done, right around the corner here. And she goes, would you like a head massage? I'm like, all right, maybe, because I'll try anything once. And it was a 10-minute scrub your head massage with delicious smelling juices from, vitamins that they do your head. Then they lap it up with all kinds of special ingredients. When I left that hair salon, and it wasn't expensive, my hair was as soft as anything. And it felt good, and I had a great day. Now, obviously not everybody could afford to do that, but every now and then, if you treat yourself to something, just because it's for you, you're going to feel better. I'm learning this as I'm older, and I'm retired, and not as crazy as I used to be, and not as running around as much as I used to be. But the COVID really does set you back to think about these kinds of things, because tomorrow it could all be over. But you do have to stay safe, and you have to wear your mask. And just this morning, there was a doctor on Channel 12 talking about that, and there were like pros and cons. They were like, okay, this one said, don't wear the mask, and this one said, wear the mask. And it's, from what I could tell, the mask is your safest bet. But life is weird. Anything can happen. So do whatever you can every day. And then there's that little thing that says, when you see something, say something. And you need to do that, because you just don't know. You could be, just making a difference for somebody else that needs that. And so, a little serious today, because I don't have anyone to bullshit with, and I don't have anybody to crack up with or pick on. So, Greg, you better not make another appointment on a Monday, because I'm going to be ticked off. So, but, everything happens for a reason in life, so you have to think that way. And if you think that way, your life will change a little bit. So I want to thank the girls and the guys from G's that worked last night and put on a party like you can't believe, because it was really sensational. And even with the bad weather, everybody showed up, everybody danced, it was fun. And, if you think you'd like to do this another time, not just for Greg's birthday, it's inexpensive, and you write in and tell us on the show tag and say, maybe next time let us know, or next time put me on the list, because we're going to be doing a lot of fun things. We have a lot of bands coming for the next few weekends, and the Breakfast Club is going to have a little 50s party, and it's going to be terrific. It's going to be here at G's, and it's going to be fun. But I do know we have a very big Halloween party coming up on the weekend of Halloween. And we also have an outdoor event called Trunk and Treat, where families can come with their children and they can get trick-or-treats, and everybody's going to have, their trunk open with candy. Well, fruit or whatever it is that you want to do for, and then money will be going to Kiwanis, which is another thing that Greg is totally interested in, and he's always doing stuff for the kids. So you could dress up, you could come. It's going to be at Rath Park, and it's going to be a lot of fun, because at Rath Park is a lot more room for the trunk or treat. But just think, it's safe. It's going to be from 1 to 3 on Halloween. And I'm sure Greg is going to be dressed up as something. I don't know what. But knowing Greg, he'll be dressed up as something. I might even get dressed up, I'll see. I don't usually do that, but since I'm in this arena of being in the media again, it's kind of fun, so I probably will. And I'll probably bring some of my little kids to the event. And they'll all have their little bags, and we'll give them healthy food this time around, because parents are very into healthy food. So we have quite a lot of things coming up. So, for now, there's a lot of little vacation things going on out in Suffolk County for the fall. A lot of pumpkin and, apple pies and all that kind of stuff. I know Smith's Farms is doing something for the next few weekends, and they're really great. And really, if you go drive out to Suffolk County, every 2 miles there's a farm, or for the LIE or for the Northern State when you get off the road. But I had the pleasure of going to Del Vino Vineyards last weekend, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I recommend it, and they're also going to be visiting us soon. The wine was delicious, and the ambiance was very nice, and the music was beautiful. But the food is a lot of finger food, but very, very freshly made, all from the farms. And all the dips and the vegetables and all the different kinds of cheeses, everything was really delicious. So I recommend Del Vino Vineyards too. I keep thinking about different things that are coming up. Every store has Christmas decorations up already, which I think is totally ridiculous. But if you start driving around at night now, people actually decorate their homes for Halloween, which is shocking to me anyway. But it's pretty. It's pretty. It's all orange. It's very, very pretty. So take your kids out, try, and show them all the pretty things that are happening. But I believe that by Thanksgiving, everyone will be lit up for Christmas this year. And I think the reason is going to be that people want to celebrate because they're tired of staying in, and people are spending more money now at home. So any business that can revert their business into, something that families want, something that happens in the home, some kind of training, if it's cooking or, of course, technology, that's always something that's available. But something that's different, people are going to like it. I mean, we have some Zumba classes that are going on online. We have just regular social events going on online. And when you're not really going out that much because of the COVID, you really look forward to the meetings. And you get to see everybody's faces. It's kind of nice. And then, of course, there's always the family. My children started a band called the Coronas. It's hysterical. And we get a concert every Sunday, which is really, really nice. And they started it, which is crazy, but we love it. I also have another friend that her daughter bought a COVID house. I don't know if you know what a COVID house is, but they call it the house where you could run away to. And it's beautiful, and they all go there because they're all safe and they're together and they know that they're not going outside the house. So that's a new one. I don't know, has anyone ever heard of a COVID house? My crazy friends, they bought a COVID house. All different things that you could come up with to do. I mean, if you're bored and you're home, get a book on DJing and learn how to scratch records. Very easy. You need a little piece of equipment. If you have $100 or $200, You get a cheaper model and you start scratching records. It's a lot of fun. Your kids will love it. You know, it'll be like a little scene where you're having some fun, and the family will be floating together. And of course, you have to throw in some pizza or something like that. But always good to do the family thing, because it seems like that's what's holding everybody together. On the business side, you know, the networking is coming back a little bit. We started, but we're not getting as many people out as we used to. But it's the right now the social responsibility of every networker is to talk to people. So call them, catch up. You never know, something will come up. Just last night at the party, Ed Shin, who is a very promising photographer who takes photos of everybody on Long Island, he came as a gesture to take some photos of Greg and his clients, and he got 2 jobs last night on the boat. So again, it's, yes, you have to get up, show up, get dressed, and just show up. Because when you show up at places, that's where business happens. However, with the COVID, you have to wear your mask, you have to be careful, and if you really don't want to go out, then get on that phone, get on that computer, get on Facebook, get on LinkedIn. Those are all the things that are going to help you and helps you communicate with other people. Another thing is, if you have a business, have a contest on your website. Everybody likes something for free. It doesn't have to be major, but do something different. Call it something wacky, wacky sells. And put that up on your Facebook and on your message. And maybe you will get some new contacts, because once they join your contact, then you're going to send them everything else. Saturday night, there was a big, nice little event at Soriso's restaurant on Jericho Turnpike. And Vinny, the owner, and Charlie, the bar owner, put on a party with Bob D'Amato, who sings Bobby D songs. And everybody was dancing with masks on outside. And everybody that was there was looking at them and saying, did you ever think that we'd be sitting in a restaurant watching people dance with masks on? I never thought. But everybody did have their masks on, but it didn't stop them from having a nice time. The food is delicious. The appetizer is great. It's the lasagna with all kinds of meats and sauces and cheese. Best thing you want to have is when you go to Soriso's is that appetizer. And tell them that the Breakfast Club sent you, because you'll probably get treated a little nicer. Vinny and Charlie are great. They have a beautiful bar, and they also have a great oven that is a coal-fired oven. And we also tried the vegetable pizza and the cauliflower pizza that night, and it was really, really good. So go stop into Soriso's and get it to go, or you can sit outside. Their tent is fully covered so you don't get wet. And every once a month we have an event there, the Breakfast Club. And every now and then, you know, people come and they have a good time. Firemen are a big part of Soriso's now. They really support Vinny. So another nice thing that we did, that's a separate thing. We always do, we have a lot going on between myself and Greg, and we share everything, and it just all, it happens very nicely. So we have a new book coming up very soon. He'll be on the show. And all the book people that write books now, as soon as they finish one book, they're starting another, which is kind of interesting, because as a new author, you don't think you're ever going to write a book. And then when you do write the book, you never think you're going to write another one that soon. So I've done 2, but I haven't started working on the 3rd yet. I have an idea, but haven't done it yet. So write to me and tell me if you want to start writing. And even if you don't want to write it, you can talk it. You talk it into a microphone and we write your book. How good is that? So we're excited about that too. So let's see, what else can we talk about? I'm looking at today's paper. It seems like the landfills on Long Island are full, and they need to find out a way to take Long Island trash by train somewhere. That's like unbelievable. So there's no real estate for garbage anymore. Is that hysterical? That's pretty funny. So I don't have my little machine in front of me today to see what you're writing. So if you want to write something in, you can. I have someone in the office here trying to watch for me and kind of signal me if somebody's writing anything. So we wouldn't mind if you did that. I know Greg is always the techie guy, so that's something that I admit that is not my big thing. So I didn't even want to try to do the computer this morning because I think that would be embarrassing. And I don't want to be embarrassed because I'm embarrassed enough when things don't go right. But one thing about when things don't go right, guys, just, you know what, life is short. Nothing is that important to get so upset about. You got to kind of have a lighthearted personality these days with everything that's going on and just say, you know what, tomorrow's another day and it'll be better than today. So that's my idea. The other thing that's coming up real soon is there's going to be a lot of winery tours for the next, I'd say, month and a half. And we have quite a lot of vineyards on Long Island. And it is a really fun day out. And you get to sample wine, you get to have snacks, and of course you get to buy a case of wine to go home. And then you get to share it with your family and break bread like we do on the show. I think you'll like it. So think about going to a winery. And if you need car service to go, you know, Limos Long Island is always around. Dana, she does very good work and she helps everybody. So appreciate it if you would give her a spin because she's a good lady, and with the COVID, everybody's having tons and tons of, you know, kind of issues. So call Dana at Limos Long Island if you need a ride, if you need some food shopping done. She's actually doing that for people, the seniors as well, because everybody needs help right now. And as far as your children, if you have teenagers or grandchildren and they want to volunteer for anything, the Breakfast Club always has work. They could volunteer for a senior or somebody that's in need of some help. Just contact me and we'll put them to work and we give them letters for their schools, and eventually maybe they get a nice little award at the end of the year. But they have to do the work to get the letter, and they have to make sure that, you know, they're learning something from it. And I think that it's a great thing because I don't think parents are too busy to get their kids involved in as many things as they used to. And I think it's important. I really do. I think that the more volunteering children do today, the better off they're going to be. Especially when they're in college, because then when they're ready to go to work, they're going to be set for life because they're going to volunteer at a company and then they're going to get the job. That happens to a lot of our students that we have coming into the show. So today is a real information talk today. I hope you're not bored, and if you are, then I'm sorry. But we'll have our wonderful Greg back, and we'll be doing our usual guests. Today we did have a guest planned, but because of the bad weather, she was coming in from far away, so she decided to not come, and I get that. But when we get a cancellation, sometimes, you know, you're like in mayhem. So anyway, that's what happened today. So I'm on my own, guys. I'm also looking at the Long Island Business today, and it says here, when buying just doesn't make sense. Sometimes you think you want that house, but you know what? In the actual end, maybe renting would be better because of the taxes. Now, taxes on Long Island are very expensive. It depending on your financial situation. Maybe a co-op is better. Maybe a condo is better. But as you all know, co-ops have come with a lot of rules, and I've broken many of the rules already. I've been written up at the co-op that I live in, and they watch me now, which is very funny. So I've been written up for too many plans. I was written up for going down the one way, the wrong way. Now I'm written up because I had something in the front of my garden that somebody went to pick up, and she made a big deal about it. It was hysterical. There's all kinds of things that happen in senior co-ops. But I laugh at it because I think it's funny, because most of the time the people are so bored that they're watching everybody else. So it's kind of funny. But then you get your new people that are younger, and then you laugh. But even the parking situation, it's just very funny. Sometimes they'll park very close to you. You can't get out of the car. Sometimes you'll park very close to them, and they give you a hard time. It's very funny. But you gotta laugh today. Everything is, it is what it is. Things are getting better. We have to be a community to help everybody, because that's where your business is going to rise and shine. A perfect example is Tranquility Spa. Angela Wee, she gave 200 treatments to the Northwell Hospital, and they loved it. And that was a special thing she did to give back to the community. And her business is doing okay, because when they saw that and they tried it for the first time, they came back. So those kinds of things do work, believe it or not. And now the hospital is getting special treatments at the new gym that opened up called Osteo Health in Garden City. And Karen Semelka is doing the same thing. So it's sort of like taking off, like you get what you give. And she is on Old Country Road in the Roosevelt Field Shopping Center, Osteo Health. Great supporter, and she's helping the community. And they're all showing these great little tools they have to get your bones going, and then there's a great machine in the back that you sit in, and it shakes you up like a mashed potato, and you come out of there with a clear head. And you should go see her. Go see Karen at Osteo Health in Garden City. It's the big building on Old Country Road where the big bank is, not in the mall, on the side. And tell her we sent you. Because she's another great community lady that believes in helping people because it's the right thing to do. And when you give, you get. I believe that. So that's another great tool. Two businesses that are really popping out. And, things are getting better, but we all have to stay safe. Listen to what they say on the news. Just don't mesmerize yourself with everything, because that will make you sick. You gotta just have a positive mind. Keep doing things that are fun. Talk to everybody you know. Treat yourself nice. Do something nice for your children once a month. Either you go to a farm, go somewhere outdoors, go ride something, go ride a horse. Go to the stables. We have stables right around the corner here in West Hempstead. Nobody knows. Half the people don't even know this beautiful stable that is right down the block. And the owners of that stable are great. And they love people, places. They like to have people come in. And they do a lot for the community too. His name is Alex. He's the owner of the stables in West Hempstead. So I like to surround myself with people that are smarter than me, are giving, and I believe that if you surround yourself with people that you can learn from, you're going to prosper, and your business is going to prosper, and your well-being is going to be good, and if you volunteer, if you have the time, you'll be surrounded by people that want to be there because they want to be there, and that's where you meet great people. When you go to a meeting because it's work involved and you have to be there, how many miserable people do you see? Because 50% of the people out there that are working are miserable. And if you're miserable, take a leap. Try something new while you're working. Do something different. That might be your next career. It might be something that you like. Maybe you'll start a little business. Now's the time to start a business if you can, because everything is low priced. Now's the time to rent a place if you can, because there's a lot of empty spaces. Now's the time to look for a job, because believe it or not, there's articles in the local papers. Schools are hiring people. They're hiring security people. They're hiring monitors. They're hiring teacher aides, obviously teachers. because a lot of people are retiring now because they want to retire and they have the benefits. So that's a great idea if you want to work in a school system. It comes with great benefits, it comes with holidays. There's a lot of things that are opening up because of the COVID, believe it or not. But there's also still a lot of things that are not. So, you have to keep yourself informed. So today's show was just an information kind of a piece. I hope you got something out of it, and if you didn't, I'm sorry, because we don't have our little duo going today. But and I couldn't get anybody in on the last minute after the cancellation this morning, because it was really canceled early this morning. So, but those people that come on our show, they're the crust of Long Island, and the middle income. I'm sure you're out there, you're watching. I believe the middle income people on Long Island run this county because we spend the most money, we go out the most, and business people appreciate it. And when you go local and you do things in your community, it's good for you and it's good for the business owners. And that's where you get like this little family thing that goes on once in a while. So the Breakfast Club show is growing and growing and growing because we're not just about the actors. We're not just about the doctors. We're about everything. We're about everybody. We're about an author. We're about a restaurant. We could be about a turtle. I mean, we just met a turtle 3 weeks ago at, this is adorable lady that comes around with her turtle. And she gave the turtle some booze because she said she wanted him to lighten up. And it was really funny. It was funny. So keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. Do whatever it is that makes you smile. And if there is someone around you that's giving you some negativity, they're ants, auxiliary negative thoughts. Kick them away. Step on them. Eventually, if they realize that you did it for that reason, they'll be back and maybe they'll change. And if they don't, guess what? Doesn't matter, because they're ants. And ants that can be annoying. Ants are very annoying. I have a few of them in my life. But, think about it. Remember, next time I'm on, I'm going to say, do you know what an ant is? Because I'm sure you're going to remember that. But I feel like I can't communicate today, so I'm sorry. But I hope it was at least a little informative. If you have any question ever about anything on Long Island, what you need, where to go, who to go to, we're like an Angie's List, only we're more personal. And we do not allow bitches in this club. We are nice, we're good, we're love funny people, and we don't deal with any kind of politics. We don't deal with jealousies or anything like that. And if there are 10 real estates in the Breakfast Club, that's okay with me. So, hopefully Greg will like the show today. I don't think he could watch it till later, but I do miss him. So guys, sorry he's not here today. Today was more serious, but I think I got to tell you a little bit more about what we do. And don't forget, this book will make you crack up because there are a lot of stories in here, one truer than the other. There are no lies. You want to laugh off a little bit? Get the book, because this book will make you laugh. And if you do know someone that's down in the dumps, this will bring them up. So on that note, I think we're going to end the show today because I'm missing my Greg, and I don't want to cry, but no, I'm serious. He had an appointment, so I figured I'd try it alone. It was kind of lonely, though. It really was. So have a great day. Call me if you need anything, and we will be back Thursday at 5, and we are going to have the biggest educated medical people here. And actually, if you'd like to come just to watch, you may, as long as we don't have a ton of people, and sit at the bar. But you have to be quiet when the show's going, because if you're not quiet, Greg will bite your ass off. So, on that note, that's a wrap.